Thank you. Buongiorno, good afternoon, good morning to everyone. So as Massimo said, my name is Nadia Gasbarrini, and I work together with Philip in the Secretariat of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Partnership on Substance Abuse. Since this event is for the 10th anniversary of the partnership, we think that, it will be good to give a general and brief overview of the partnership, of who we are and what we do. We guess that almost everyone knows about it, but a short refresh will be good. So the partnership is an agreement signed in 2012 between the Italian Red Cross, the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Society, and Villa Maraini Foundation. The idea to sign this partnership came to join effort and expertise of these three organizations in order to better support Red Cross and Red Crescent National Society all around the world to implement comprehensive approaches and programs to substance abuse. The Secretariat of the Partnership is based in Villa Maraini because one of the main, let's say, tool that we use in our work is to promote and share the experience and good practices acquired by Villa Maraini in more than 40 years of activity. So why it was decided to create the partnership? What, is this a problem? Someone has the microphone switched on? No.
No, ma non è quello.
This happened also at the United Nations.
This. Okay, I go on. But did you get the translation in the meantime? Yes? Okay. So why it was decided to establish the partnership? Because as already been said several times this morning, substance abuse is a global problem. Affecting all the countries all around the world and having a huge negative impact in the life of people in terms of health, social, economic, and legal aspects. But at the same time, services for people who use drugs are still very few in many countries. For example, harm reduction programs are still forbidden in some countries. And even if treatment services are provided, very often the quality is not good, and also the access to these services is very limited. Then, as has already been said by Zaved, people who use drugs very often suffer from violation of human rights, and these represent a great barrier in their possibility, in their access to services. But the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement can play, and in reality is playing an outstanding role in this field because Red Cross and Red Crescent Society can advocate for universal access to health and social services and also for humanitarian drug policy, so advocating through government and policymakers for a human and effective approach to this problem that prioritize individual and public health. So the mission of the partnership is to support Red Cross and Red Crescent National Society in implementing programs and activity which meet the basic need of people and communities suffering from substance abuse using a human and evidence-based approach, and also advocating toward policymakers for the adoption of humanitarian drug policies. How we try to achieve achieve this mission through different activities. So one of the main objectives of the partnership is to build skills and capacity of Red Cross and Red Crescent staff and volunteers through training courses and capacity building activities. Then what we do is to support the National Society also in project planning and implementation through technical assistance and exchange of know-how. Then we work also as a research and training hub, so we develop and share a model, good practices, guidelines, publication and tools. And of course, we work in the field of advocacy and networking with different organizations and network. Because even if the partnership started as like Red Cross and Red Crescent agreement or hub, now we step by step we open to other NGOs and network, and in fact all the network with whom we collaborate are here today to this event. So regarding capacity building activities, as we say, we organize training courses on harm reduction, treatment, and humanitarian drug policy, both for National Society and for other NGOs active in this field. This training program started in 2004 in cooperation with IFRC and the Italian Red Cross. And normally it's a 5 days training held here in Villa Maraini or in the country that request it. So we did training in Uruguay, Latvia, Thailand, different countries. In total, we held 40 trainings that were attended by around 70 Red Cross and Red Crescent National Society and IFRC office and 11 NGOs. The technical support is provided through exchange of know-how and expertise, and this we do through the implementation of joint projects funded by the European Commission, UN, or other international donors. So these projects are on the field of drug prevention, harm reduction, advocacy, and we implement this project in cooperation with Red Cross and Red Crescent National Society and other NGOs active in this field. So these are some examples of projects that we did with Somalia Red Crescent, with Iran Red Crescent. We work with Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Latvia, Portugal, and many others. One example that just I wanted to share is the project in Kenya, because it's a good example of cooperation between Villa Maraini Foundation, the Italian Red Cross, and the Federation. So really the role of the partnership in supporting a national society in implementing a real project in the field. Because the Kenya Red Cross opened a drug treatment center in Lamu Island. So this project was coordinated and funded by the Italian Red Cross, of course implemented by the Kenya Red Cross, and Villa Maraini provided capacity building, technical support through the organization of several training courses for the staff of the center, both in Kenya and here in Villa Maraini. Last training was held in February, and this is really, I mean, a good example of good cooperation, because the center is working, is improving, and of course there is still a lot to do, but is an example that, I mean, mixing all the expertise and knowledge of different organizations, it can be possible to have good result. Now I give the floor to Philip, because we always go in pair.
No, it's not finished. We divided the presentation in two parts because we work together. So it was not good that I do the presentation alone or she does the presentation alone. So just to continue talking about capacity building activities. We have developed this online training course on substance abuse for non-professionals. That is actually for Red Cross and Red Crescent volunteers, and also who wants to undertake the training course. This training course is an half an hour training course. It has been uploaded in the e-learning platform of the IFRC, in the Italian Red Cross website, and also in our website, and it's translated in English, Italian, Spanish, French, Russian, and Arabic language. Talking about research and publication, we do a lot of publications linked to the grants that we implement with national societies and or NGOs funded by European Commission or UN. I put there just the last one. So we make this practical recommendation on harm reduction interventions in emergency context together with IFRC. The second one is the recommendations on harm reduction programs among migrants. Also, we published these guidelines on opioid overdose intervention and another guidelines on HIV and TB testing among people who use drugs. We also developed different kind of tools, like the three last one were this video tutorial on overdose prevention, another video on basic facts about substance abuse, and a lot of material for advocacy campaigns. We use the Rome Consensus Network as a tool to advocate through our network. So the Rome Consensus is part of the international activities of the partnership. We participate in a lot of international conferences. Here I put the UNODC CND. We were there. The last CND, we organized there two side events. We started in 2014 to attend the CND. Here I put just some logo of the more important, let's say, network or organization we work with. So it's not only, the partnership is not only, let's say, Red Cross, Red Crescent stuff, but it's also linked with NGOs or other networks. And just some numbers, since the beginning, we trained more than 800 people. We reached more than 16,000 people. We raised almost a little bit more than 4 million euro, and I think it's a good achievement for us. And we supported more than 70 national societies. And last year, we finalized our dedicated website only for the partnership. And inside this website, you can find all the publications, all the video, all the tools, and a lot of information about publications and so on. And that's it. I just want to show you a short video, a 4-minute video. It's a video that we made to promote the online training course that is in the IFRC e-learning platform. We have two versions of this video. One is to promote the Rome Consensus, and one is to promote the online course. But this one is the version for the online course.
Do you know someone with a substance abuse problem? Do you believe that they should be criminalized and go to prison? These beliefs have serious impact. In this case, high rates of death, imprisonment, degrading and inhuman treatment. As you learn about substance abuse, you begin to recognize how harmful it is for individuals and communities, and learn how to approach and help those struggling. Becoming addicted to drugs can happen to anyone. These stunning statistics represent substance use and abuse worldwide, leaving millions with health issues and thousands of lives lost. Globally, opioids, cocaine, and methamphetamine continue as a major threat. Yet, addiction is characterized by compulsive use. People can't stop using drugs despite negative consequences. They cannot control it and experience impairment in all aspects of life. The continuous cycle of buying and using drugs can lead to isolation, homelessness from conflicted relationships, health issues such as hepatitis C and HIV, or death. Most people think addiction is a physical condition. The body craves a drug and experiences withdrawal. But addiction is a chronic disease, regardless of physical detox, and causes people to relapse during their recovery path. How can we address substance use effectively? The key is evidence-based prevention and access to treatment. We can state that the longer is the treatment, the better are the results. With the help of prevention activities, a person can make a fact-based, informed decision. School, family, and community-based programs deliver coordinated, comprehensive messages to prevent substance use. Access to treatment is the key for everyone, whether they want to stop or not, and whether they are able to stop or not. A wide range of options exist, and staying in treatment long enough is critical. The longer the treatment, the better the results. Addiction is complex but treatable, and no single intervention is right for everyone. A common path combines inpatient and outpatient programs, individual and group counseling, and medication-assisted treatment. Remember those negative thoughts about the people who use drugs? Due to the widespread stigma of addicted people, prejudice, avoidance, rejection, discrimination, and criminalization exists. Those who need treatment the most are excluded from communities. They have limited or no access to treatment. The most recommended approach is harm reduction. It combats the stigma by accepting people who use drugs as they are and meeting them where they are. Evidence-based harm reduction strategies, including medication-assisted treatment, providing clean needles, condoms, mental and psychosocial support or information on safer drug use, prove practical, feasible, safe and cost-effective in diverse settings. The access to treatment and care is a fundamental human right. Simply treating people with compassion and dignity may encourage positive change in their lives. Our powerful, negative perceptions of substance abuse and addiction carry significant consequences. We must work to remove barriers to treatment, not create more. Make sure you are not one of those barriers. If you know someone who might benefit from substance abuse education, please share the video with them. For a more detailed approach, take the course developed by the Red Cross-Red Crescent Partnership on Substance Abuse, tripartite task force between the International Federation of Red Cross-Red Crescent Societies, IFRC, the Italian Red Cross, and Villa Marani Foundation.